There are a ton of influencers who will say things like, if you want a big chest, you need to bench press 275 for 5 reps. Or if you want big arms, you need to incline curl the 35s for 10 reps. They set strength standards for muscle growth. And this doesn't make any sense at all. I'm a coach, and I help people get big, strong, and jacked. I love strength. But strength and size are not totally correlated. You can get stronger without getting bigger. The two things are related, but strength gains don't always lead to muscle gains. And more importantly, strength across individuals is totally uncorrelated to size. I don't need to explain this with fancy science or big words. Just go to any gym ever and you will see big guys lifting relatively light weight and smaller guys lifting relatively heavy weight. This happens all the time. Again, strength and size are not totally correlated within an individual, but across individuals, there's absolutely no correlation whatsoever. So why is that? Well, there are 3 primary reasons. 1, when you're talking about an individual movement, things like joint angles, limb construction, and individual anthropometry are going to vastly differ. The way my elbow performs a bicep curl may be completely different, structurally speaking, from the way your elbow performs a bicep curl. So for me, lifting 20 pounds might be equivalent to you lifting 30 pounds, or vice versa. There are huge differences in the way we're built, and this really matters when we're talking about executing movements. Secondly, how you perform the movement as an individual really matters. Maybe you're doing that bicep curl and you do it with a really slow eccentric and you pause in the hole. Maybe I do a medium-paced eccentric and I don't pause. Maybe I rush through the reps. All of these variables matter, and they're going to impact strength. They're going to impact how many reps you can do for how much weight, and these things can't really be compared across individuals. Lastly, when we're focusing on strength, specificity matters above all else. You can increase your strength by doing a movement more frequently. You can dedicate more time and attention to that movement, but those strength gains may not necessarily lead to increased muscle gains. The best example I can give you is this. There might be someone who does bicep curls once a month. You do bicep curls 3 times a week. That guy can have bigger arms than you, but your bicep curl numbers might be higher because you perform that movement with more specificity. You're better at the movement, but he still has bigger arms. Again, the notion that strength standards correlate to muscle growth is nonsense. You can't do it. You can't compare strength across individuals and hope to figure out who's going to be the biggest. It just doesn't work that way. So, what should you do? If you want to get bigger, what should you do? Well, you do need to get stronger. Getting stronger is the key. Over time, you need to be adding weight or reps or both to the movements you're doing. But the key is you need to focus on yourself. If you want to get bigger, you need to be stronger than you are right now. So I don't care how much you ultimately bench. Even if you bench 315 for 5 reps, you still might not have a big chest. But I promise you, if right now you bench 315 for 1 rep, and in a year from now you can bench 315 for 10 reps, you will have a bigger chest. That is how you will gain size. Focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Set your own standards and then surpass them. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you.